Tonight on News 3 at 5:30, a UW-Madison professor has retired amid allegations of sexual harassment. Plus, it's the start of one of the busiest travel weeks of the year. Dana Fulton has a look at your Thanksgiving forecast.
This is News 3 at 5:30.
Good evening and thanks for watching News 3 at 5:30. I'm Keely Arthur. A UW-Madison professor at the center of a sexual harassment investigation has retired. Professor Harvey Jacobs is accused of inappropriately touching and commenting on staff and students. The UW confirmed today that Jacobs retired in May while an investigation into his behavior was ongoing. The investigation did substantiate several of the allegations against him. The chair of the Department of Planning and Landscape Architecture, where Jacobs worked, wrote, quote, "This experience has been a wake-up call for our department. I am grateful to the faculty, staff, and the students who have worked together over the past 2 years to address and improve our climate." In Fitchburg, police have arrested 3 minors in connection to a stolen car. Officers say they spotted the car in the Allied Dunmarsh neighborhood around 11:30 last night. They tried to stop it, but were led on a high-speed chase until the driver lost control around a curve and hit a home. The 16-year-old driver and 2 14-year-old passengers were taken to the hospital for minor injuries. All appear to face charges. Madison police are searching for a man who robbed a liquor store on the 700 block of Badger Road. Officers say a man walked into Badger Liquor around 5 last night and demanded money from the clerk before showing a semi-automatic handgun. He got away with an unknown amount of cash. The liquor store clerk is okay, but police are asking for your help. Be sure to contact Madison area Crime Stoppers if you know anything. Madison police are also looking for a man who allegedly robbed someone on the 700 block of North Midvale Boulevard. The victim told police he was walking around 5:30 last night when the suspect allegedly grabbed him, taking money and other belongings. Anyone with information is asked to call the Madison Police Department or Madison area Crime Stoppers. And let's now turn it over to meteorologist Dana Fulton with your first alert forecast. And it was a beautiful day, but still pretty chilly out there.
Very cold, Keely. Even last night we had a nice clear sky, but our cold air is just staying here. Looking at our visible cloud track over the last several hours, really had plenty of sunshine today. Nothing too major moving on in for us. Of course, that's just looking at the clouds. If we look at our Doppler radar, also staying nice and calm for us today. No threats for any flurries. Still have a little bit of white stuff melting around our porch and in the park next door. But things are slowly clearing on up. We're going to have a few days where we get above freezing, so we'll plan on that melting away by the middle and end of the week. Overall temperatures right now in the upper 20s for us in much of Dane County, but closer to 21 in Platteville and about 25 in Mineral Point right now. Compared to this time yesterday, it is a little bit of a drop for us. We are expecting another cold evening. Temps, though, or our wind speeds, though, in the single digits, shifting as far as direction goes, coming from the southeast. So that's why today we did feel a little nice when we were in the sunshine. Wind chills, though, of course, make it a little cooler outside or feel a little cooler than what we are actually at. So if you're getting ready to take the dog out real quick, definitely need that thick jacket. Heading into tomorrow, unfortunately, our sunshine's not hanging out with us. Temps will be cold in the morning. Afternoon highs barely above freezing, and we do have a slight chance for flurries in the near forecast. We'll take a look at that timing and also your Thanksgiving Day forecast in just a few minutes.
Looking forward to it. Baraboo is in the spotlight following a photo of teens in the city appearing to give a Nazi salute. Officials say that only increases the importance of a current initiative between local governments. Our Madeline O'Neill joins us in the News Center with more about One Sock Naturally.
Keely, experts in Wisconsin say the future for local governments is in many ways grim, with less citizen participation and less money. So the Local Government Institute of Wisconsin is giving grants, including to Sauk County, to help build a brighter future. And those in the county say the timing couldn't be better. Looks like we're having some difficulties. Hopefully we'll get to that story later.
Thank you so much, Maddie. And coming up tomorrow morning, Baraboo Police Chief Mark Schaaf will be live on News 3 this morning, making his first public interview appearance since the photo of those Baraboo teens appearing to make the Nazi salute was released. You can catch that interview tomorrow at 6 a.m. Well, Sauk and Columbia counties are among those getting $250,000 to provide in-home mental health care to kids and teens. The Department of Health Services and Department of Children and Families are offering those grants. It will specifically go toward what's known as crisis stabilization for young people. That in-home care teaches kids and teens ways to identify and deal with psychological distress before connecting them to treatment. It's part of a significant statewide investment in this kind of help passed by lawmakers in the latest budget. The name of Madison's first professional soccer team is out. The team is now known as Forward Madison. It comes after a contest where soccer fans from the area were able to submit their own name ideas. The team's logo features a pink flamingo, a reference to the city's official bird, plastic flamingos. Open tryouts for the team were held yesterday. They'll start playing games at Stevens Field next year. And the public has a chance to chime in on possible changes to the outside of the team's future home. The city already plans to make upgrades inside Stevens Field. The project manager wants to add bleachers and build a hospitality deck above new concession stands that's already under construction. Stevens is nearly 100 years old, so any additional changes that significantly modernize the structure have to be approved by the city's Landmarks Commission. That meeting starts at 5 tomorrow night on the first floor of the Madison Municipal Building. The committee in charge of the Alliant Energy Center redevelopment is meeting for the first time since a community feedback session last month. They'll look over the takeaways from that meeting and talk about what's next. The redevelopment includes adding hotels, restaurants, office space, and housing to the 164-acre campus. The Dane County budget approved last week includes $250,000 to complete a pre-design study for Exhibition Hall and a storm water runoff analysis for the site. Well, it's your last chance to help give Thanksgiving baskets to thousands of area families in need. WISC-TV is a proud partner of the Goodman Community Center and the UW Athletic Department. We hope to provide baskets with all the food necessary for a traditional Thanksgiving meal. We still need everything from frozen turkeys, stuffing mix, and canned vegetables. You can also make a cash donation or volunteer. Now, tomorrow is the last day to donate. For details on how to help, go to channel3000.com. And it's a parade synonymous with Thanksgiving and New York, but now the Macy's Day Parade has a special local connection. We'll tell you about it ahead. Stay with us. Welcome back. We'll learn tomorrow if the Wisconsin Attorney General's race will end up in a recount. On Friday, the Wisconsin Elections Commission released the official election results. Democrat Josh Kaul got about 17,000 more votes than Republican Attorney General Brad Schimmel. That's close enough to ask for a recount since it's within that 1% margin. Schimmel says he'll announce his decision tomorrow. He'll have to cover the cost of it, however. And with Thanksgiving under a week away, some people are already starting the holiday festivities, including Madison pet owners. The Madison VFW hosted a pet-friendly holiday craft fair benefiting area animal shelters. Dogs were invited along with Santa Claus. Organizers say that this year was the biggest turnout ever. They say that the holiday and pets go hand in hand.
Well, I think they're part of our family, you know, and we care about them. Some of them are, you know, like kids to people that don't have kids. So they're bringing them in to get pictures with Santa and do a little Christmas shopping, local, and it's a win-win situation.
20% of vendor proceeds went to the Dane County Humane Society. A bake sale benefited Underdog Pet Rescue. A classic turkey time tradition is making dreams come true for one Madison dancing pair. The owners of Madison's Fred Astaire Dance Studio will show off their moves at the Macy's Day Parade. Chris Lewinberg has that story.
Tatiana Lutsenko and Dmitry Goncharov certainly aren't the first people to go to New York City following a dream.
It's our first travel to New York,
Yes.
so like, yay!
The art of dance has taken them to unexpected places.
So we have been dreaming about this from when we were little. And back to Ukraine, we know we have this American dream to came here on the studio one day, and it's happened, so we're really happy to have it.
An American dream lived in Madison's Fred Astaire Dance Studio. And now they get to be a part of an iconic American tradition.
When we was in Ukraine, we just saw this in TV Macy's parade, and it was kind of like dream, but not real, and it's
a huge
amazing.
show. It's
yes.
amazing.
From the dance studio to the streets of New York City, this pair has the chance to show the world what they got at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
We are working hard. We are practicing every day.
To their peers here in Madison, there is nobody more deserving.
Oh yeah, they definitely work hard. They worked hard to be where they are. They definitely can show themselves off a little more, and they definitely deserve it for sure.
From the Ukraine to Madison to New York City, Lutsenko and Goncharov have danced into the American dream.
We have nothing like that in Ukraine, so we always like, it's impossible to be part of that. And then when we're already here in the US and we know we're gonna be in this huge parade, we're like, oh my God, that's something unbelievable.
For News 3, I'm Chris Lewinberg.
Fred Astaire dancers from across the nation will be taking part in the parade. Well, a pretty chilly weekend, but will it stay that way until Turkey Day? We'll let you know next in weather.
Now today was a little chilly outside, but at least it was sunny. We had that sunshine coming on through. Unfortunately, as we head into tomorrow, plan on the cold air staying. But don't plan on the sunshine staying with us much. We'll have clouds moving on in. Right now, our Doppler track's pretty mellow, though. Even earlier, looking at our visible cloud track, we just didn't have much in the area. No precipitation expected tonight. Not looking at any sort of flurry chances for us in central or southern Wisconsin. That's good news for this evening. I can't say the same for the rest of the week, though. Unfortunately, again, our Doppler track right now is fairly mellow. Our next opportunity for some precip is actually going to come in tomorrow night. Only a slight chance, but this weak cold front right now just to our northwest is going to slowly swing southeast. And as it does, it will be driving through the chance to see a few isolated flurries. Thankfully, it's pretty weak because our temperatures are in a great spot. If it brought a little more moisture, we could be talking about a bigger event, but we're really not looking at any accumulation for tomorrow night into Tuesday. So overall this evening, plan on our skies staying clear for a few more hours, but we will become mostly cloudy overnight. Heading into Monday morning, skies start off mostly cloudy, may see a few pockets of sunshine, but not much, unfortunately, for the day. Later on in the evening, we will have just a few isolated flurry spots to the north. They may see a few more flurry spots as well, but it's nothing that's going to, again, be major or accumulate much more on top of the little bit that we already have. By Tuesday morning, our cloud coverage breaks up. We will get sun back in the forecast and partly cloudy start to our Tuesday, and the same goes throughout the afternoon and the evening. Will stay partly cloudy. Bouncing forward to the end of the week, because I know that's what we truly care about. By the time we get to Thursday in the morning, we'll start off with a little more cloud coverage than the afternoon. Right now, the afternoon looks partly sunny. It'll be fairly pleasant outside, milder also. Temps will be a little closer to average, and then as we get to Friday, our next opportunity for showers is going to move in. So early Black Friday shoppers likely not going to need the umbrella. If you're still shopping later on in the evening, or if you have any plans later in the evening on Friday, that's when we're looking at rain chances starting to move on in for us. Downtown right now, very nice outside, just a little cold. Today didn't quite break that freezing mark, only hit a high of 31 degrees, and we started the day in the teens. It was a little cold outside. Overnight, we're going to fall into the low 20s, so we are in for another cold evening, but not into the teens for us. Again, it will become mostly cloudy, and it will be very cold outside. Thankfully, not too much of a breeze, only about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, that flurry chance isn't until later in the evening. Temps expected to just barely cross over that freezing mark, looking at a high of 33 for our Monday. So it is going to stay cool as we head into the start of the work week. We'll stay cool for a few days and then slowly and steadily start to warm up as we get towards Thanksgiving. Again, Turkey Day, we'll see highs close to 40 for us. It will be just a little milder outside, and then we'll stay there in that mild realm for the end of the week, the rest of the Thanksgiving weekend. But we do have that rain chance coming in for us on Friday and into Saturday. Overnight, as we get colder, we may have a little bit of a mixed opportunity early Saturday morning as well.
Looks pretty good for Thanksgiving.
Yes, if you have any plans, of course, if you need to kick the kids outside for a little bit to play some football, you'll be able to on Thursday.
My ears certainly perked up when you were talking about Black Friday weather. Very important.
Are you going to be an early morning shopper?
I think so.
Okay, you should be okay.
We'll try. All right. Thanks, Dana. Still ahead, a big day on the map for the undefeated Badgers. We'll have highlights next in sports.
Well, the Badgers wrestling team ranked 15th in the nation. They wrestle a doubleheader duel at the Fieldhouse this afternoon. First matchup is against the Princeton Tigers at 165 pounds. That's second-ranked Evan Wick there. In the second period, Wick getting the single-leg takedown for 2. He wins the major decision 14-3, and Wisconsin beats Princeton 22-18. Second duel of the day, Badgers facing number 24 Utah Valley at 149 pounds. Cole Martin turning his opponents, getting the fall, then flexing for the crowd. Badgers and Wolverines tied at 9. Heavyweight match now in overtime. Wisconsin's Trent Hilger with a takedown to win. Badgers get the 22-17 victory. They call him Thor, by the way. You'll see why in a second. Lays down the hammer. Badgers remain undefeated on the season. 4 Big Ten teams in the AP Top 25 poll today. The Badgers are not one of them, though they did get 2 votes. And this one-handed catch by Danny Davis in yesterday's triple overtime win over Purdue, good enough for the #1 play on SportsCenter today. But Jack Cohn deserving some credit, too, for his performance in yesterday's game. Threw for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he's really starting to get more comfortable, according to head coach Paul Chryst.
Learned things throughout the game. And I thought he had great poise and composure. I liked talking to him. Particularly in the fourth quarter, and I think guys come up around him too, and they helped him kind of navigate it. And it was, we've said it. I've said it a bunch. How experiences are invaluable, and to be able to do this was big. And it hasn't been easy. All 3 of his starts, I think, have been on the road, and it was good. And he certainly had some help.
The women's soccer team in the Sweet 16 round of the NCAA tournament this afternoon facing top seed and host team Stanford, but the Badgers allowing their only goal in the national postseason against the Cardinal. They lose 1-0. Goalie Jordan Bloomer with 3 saves in the game. Things are going from bad to worse for the Packers, believe it or not. They lost a close game to the Seahawks on Thursday night, but now Mike Daniels will be out for a few weeks with a foot injury, and no Jimmy Graham either. The tight end broke his thumb in the game at Seattle. He's expected to be out for a few weeks as well. We'll have some exact timetables on both of those guys early in the week. Team Dr. Robert Anderson, he has the weekend off. But glass half full perspective here. The team does have a bit of an extended break this week. They won't play again until a week from today when they head to Minneapolis for the Sunday Night Football matchup against the Vikings. Now, Green Bay still winless on the road this season, but still alive in the NFC North. So is it time to panic? No, says Tramon Williams, but they are better than their record shows.
We're not going to turn on each other or nothing about doing any fighting or anything like that. It's a team. I mean, we love each other, and we stick together as a team. Is it frustrating? Yes, it is very frustrating to come out on these types of losses. When you know that, you should be winning these games.
And some college football coaching news. Les Miles has been named the new head coach at Kansas. The former LSU coach hasn't been at the helm of a program since he was fired by the Tigers in September of 2016. Now, Miles is replacing David Beatty, who was fired earlier this month. The 65-year-old is getting a 5-year contract worth $2.77 million per year. But really a great weekend to be a Badger fan. We had a cross-country meet here yesterday. The football team won. The basketball team won. The wrestling team is undefeated. A really good time to be a Badger fan this weekend.
Why do you think I'm wearing red?
Exactly.
Exactly. Badger pride all the way. Thank you so much, Melissa. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Michelle Carolla. Tonight on the news at 9, a company thinks they found the way to stop school shootings before they even happen. Why some say technology could set a dangerous precedent, though. That is first on Fox at 9.
Welcome back. Dana has some good news.
A little bit of good news when it comes to Thanksgiving, definitely. So we had a very cold weekend, of course. Heading into the start of this week, we are going to stay pretty chilly outside. Our temperatures in the afternoon are going to hover close to freezing for Monday and Tuesday. Monday, in fact, we even have a slight chance to see some isolated flurries later on in the evening. But as we head towards the middle of the week and, of course, Thanksgiving, our temps become just a little more mild. We slowly get into the upper 30s by Wednesday and then a little closer to Friday, or 40 for us by Thursday there for Thanksgiving. Sunshine in the forecast for Thanksgiving. You should be all good to go with your Turkey Day plans. Our next system will be coming through for us by Friday and the weekend. So we will have showers coming in later in the day on Friday. As Keely and I were talking about, if you're an early morning Black Friday shopper, you should be okay. Right now, the timing keeps getting pushed back up.
I know Melissa will be up getting those deals.
No, absolutely not.
All right. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you at 10.
Download the new Channel 3000 app and get alerted on your mobile device the minute news breaks. Wherever you go, be the first to know with Channel 3000.